Breaking developments tonight on a story News 12 has been following for you regarding alleged anti-Semitic comments made by the Fairview fire chief about Greenburgh town supervisor Paul Feiner, who is Jewish. We have just learned that Chief Anthony LoGiudice made a brief apology to Feiner late this afternoon. News 12's Safan Kim joins us now with the latest on a story you saw first right here on 12. Safan.
Janine, a meeting that was supposed to happen between the two sides this afternoon was postponed, pushed back to sometime next week. But then, late this afternoon, the fire chief suddenly showed up at Greenburgh Town Supervisor Paul Feiner's office. The chief spoke only 3 words. Feiner calls it a positive step forward. A step backward, though, the Board of Fire Commissioners' statement released last night.
There's no justification on their part to make excuses for something that is unconscionable.
Greenburgh Town Supervisor Paul Feiner says it doesn't make sense. The Fairview Board of Fire Commissioners Thursday night broke its silence in a statement admitting Fire Chief Anthony LoGiudice made alleged anti-Semitic comments about Feiner, who is Jewish. A retired Fairview firefighter speaking exclusively with News 12 came forward earlier this week claiming his former boss used a hateful language.
Paul Feiner used to call sucking Jew bastard.
The board defending the chief's character while denouncing his behavior, saying the words do not reflect his true beliefs, that they were spoken in an angry moment when Feiner and the chief were at odds over political issues. Those political issues, a recommendation to consolidate fire districts. Feiner says it's no excuse for words of hate. More confusing, they never even discussed the issue.
The fire chief does not report to the town board, and even if I wanted to push for consolidation, I don't have the power to do it.
Feiner was supposed to meet with Chief LoGiudice and his attorney Friday afternoon, but that meeting postponed by the chief's attorney due to a scheduling conflict. Late Friday afternoon, though, Feiner says the chief and his attorney showed up at his office unannounced. Feiner says the chief only saying, quote, "I'm very sorry," then handed him a letter apologizing for the hurt before leaving. Set to accompany Feiner at the meeting, activist Milt Hoffman, not buying the board's explanation either for the chief's behavior.
But when I read it, I said, my God, I said, this is not an apology. It's a defensive statement without appearing to agree with this, but not agree with it. And I was looking for a genuine I'm sorry.
Feiner says the board has the authority to fire or suspend the chief, yet in its statement it doesn't mention any possible punishment or if any action is being taken to prevent something like this from happening again.
They definitely are overlooking that, and they have an obligation to step up to the plate.
Feiner says the chief also handed him a check, a donation to a local community group. As for that meeting between the two sides, they are still hoping it can be rescheduled for sometime late next week. Feiner says the apology today is a step in the right direction, but he wants more. Safan Kim, News 12. Scott?
We'll continue.